Here's Houston's own Walter Floor and Mango Punch.
Mango punch.
Mango punch.
Mango punch.
Mango punch.
Mango punch. Mango punch.
Mango punch.
Mango punch.
Mango punch.
Mango punch.
Mango punch.
Mango punch.
Mango punch.
Mango punch is
Mango Punch.
Mango punch.
mango punch.
Mango Punch.
Mango punch. Mango punch. Mango punch.
Mango Punch.
And Mango Punch.
All right, let's have a good time. That's what we're all here for. You're frustrated, and you've waited and you've waited. You're not where you wanna be. Your aspirations, your dreams and expectations don't become reality. Most of the time, you have no doubt in your mind of what it is you ought to do. But without action, you get no satisfaction. You won't make things work for you. Don't fantasize, don't analyze. Don't wait, don't procrastinate. Don't hesitate anymore. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Te has frustrado porque no has alcanzado la meta que querías lograr. Tus ilusiones, tus aspiraciones no se han hecho realidad. Sabes muy bien qué es lo que tienes que hacer, pero no quieres arrancar. Si no actúas, lo mismo continúas y todo va a seguir. No pienses más, no te duermas, no sueñes, no esperes más. Ya no te quedes atrás. Just do it. Do it. Just do it. Do it. Mr. Luis Chacón. Dreams do come true, it's up to you, you have to remember that. Promise yourself just once more simple thing, keep that promise and build on that. Ladies and gentlemen, Arnold Palacios and Conga. Just do it. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Thank you so much. Gilbert, thank you for that introduction. But now all I can do is disappoint. That was too much of a good introduction, so thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you all so very much for being here. I see Lovey Smith is in the house. All right, here's a song called Life is Good. It's good. With its ups and downs, you have to know that it's still flowing like it should. And it's up to you to do your best to keep things growing now. Now is the only time when we can make things happen. The time you really have to make things happen. Look now, it's a new day come. together. Now is the only time you really have to make things happen. Look now, it's a new day coming, a new reminder that life is good. Wake up, it's a new day coming. Look around and notice all the things you got to make it so good. Look now, it's a new day coming, a new reminder that life is good. Wake up, it's a new day coming. Look around and notice all the things you have to make it so good. Look now, it's a new day coming, a new reminder that life is good. Wake up, it's a new day coming. Look around and notice all the things you have that make it so good. Thank you so much. This next song is something called Big Dreams, Grandes Sueños. Poquito de salsa. Big dreams, grandes sueños, small world, mundo pequeño. Big dreams, grandes sueños, small world, mundo pequeño. When people learn from each other, cultures teach one another, the world becomes a better place to live. If we use communication to bridge the gaps between nations, there's so much we can receive. Because if we face challenges and there's so much we can share. There's so many rewards for us in store. The more people we reach, the more we both learn and teach. Our dreams will just get nourished and grow more and more and more. More and more and more. Dreams, grandes sueños, small world, mundo pequeño. Big dreams, grandes sueños, small world, mundo pequeño. When people learn from each other, cultures teach one another, the world becomes a better place to live. If we use communication to bridge the gaps between nations, there's so much we can receive. Because if we face the challenges and there's so much we can share. There's so many rewards for us in store. The more people we reach, the more we both learn and teach. Our dreams will just get nourished and grow more and more and more. More and more and more. Whoa. Dreams, grandes sueños, small world, mundo pequeño. Big dreams, grandes sueños, small world, mundo pequeño. Big dreams, grandes sueños, small world, mundo pequeño. Big dreams, grandes sueños, small world, mundo pequeño. Hay gran manifestación de que el mundo está cambiando, la gente se está acercando, hay más comunicación, se exporta café a Japón, se come sushi hasta en Francia, y el tango con su elegancia ya conquistó Nueva York. Yo quiero llevar mis sueños alrededor de la tierra, en los misterios que encierra nuestro universo pequeño. Poder cruzar las fronteras, poder llegar a otras mentes, compartir con otras gentes, sin prejuicios ni barreras. Dreams, grandes sueños, small world, mundo pequeño. Dreams, grandes sueños, small world, mundo pequeño. Dreams, grandes sueños, small world, mundo pequeño. Big dreams, grandes sueños, small world, mundo pequeño. Ladies and gentlemen, casineros. Let's hear it. Casineros, ladies and gentlemen. They will gladly teach you a few lessons. I love that kind of stuff. All right, well, first of all, thank you all for being here. This is a very special night for us, and it is so special to have all of you here, and it feels really good. And my purpose tonight is, first of all, for us to all have a good time. Second, to tell you a little bit about Mango Punch, things that you may not know because it's been 30 years, and there's a few of you that have been with us all 30 years, Susana for sure, and so, I'm going to do my first attempt at a PowerPoint presentation. Musicians don't do PowerPoint, right? So please bear with me. I'm going to try my best, and hopefully this will work. So I'm going to try to take you back a little bit and see if this thing works. Yes, it works. All right, so that's me in Guatemala. When I first decided to kind of go into music, my mom had a fit. I mean, she had been making a big effort to give me the best bilingual education she could, and all of a sudden I get the news that I like music and I want to study music, and she had a fit. So she said, okay, you're on your own. You have to buy your own drum set. You have to do your own thing. So as you can see, my drum set actually is like a box of frosted flakes. Sucaritas in Spanish, frosted flakes, and then I have a bongo up there, and so needless to say, but I was loving it. I really was loving it. I felt very lucky. And the next thing is I had my sister was already living in Houston, and she said, if you get accepted to school in Houston, you can come stay with me. University of St. Thomas accepted me. But at the time, when I graduated, I really was also believing, that to pursue music was kind of like to become a starving artist. And so I did a double major in music and computer science, but it actually served me well because I was able to, do music and still program computers and get all that going. So very thankful to University of St. Thomas because they gave me a full tuition scholarship, and I was a foreign student, and I will be forever grateful for that. So anyway, so here's the ad that changed my life. I was working in computers, and all of a sudden I see this ad from a band called Well-Established, Good Following, and Plenty of Good Steady Gigs, 6 full-time member for $1,000 a month. This is 1990. No kids, 1,000, I could live with that. This band was called the Saltwater Cats, and I'll show you a little bit of what we did with them, and it was really fun. I learned so much. I learned so much from them. I learned all the do's and a few don'ts, but most of the do's, like how to keep a mailing list, how to be punctual, how to be responsible, and so I was really thankful to them for giving me the biggest education. But then I decided to go on my own, and that's when Mango Punch kind of started. And Franz remembers you were there. This is Steak and Ale over at, who remembers Steak and Ale by a show of hands? Oh, most everybody. So we're all about the same age then. That's good, that's good. It makes me feel good. Anyway, look at my computer. It's a Tandy computer. It's about, and it had floppy disks. So I could do 8 MIDI files, and I would carry all that for $100 a night. And I had to take 2 trips to Alameda Mall. But I was loving it so much. Really, there was no holding me back. It was worth it to do all that. So then I meet Susana. And Susana has a very positive influence on me. I was, at the time, really dedicating myself mostly to American music because that's what we grew up with. The Bee Gees, Elton John, James Taylor. I loved all that. And then Susana was involved with the OTI Festival. Does anybody remember OTI Festival? Maybe? A few? All right. And so she kind of reintroduced me back to Latin music, and there was so much to be proud of because Juan Luis Guerra was already happening, and I just jumped on board and felt really good about that. And then we got our first gig but all that time I had been operating like Walter Sewer, but we needed a name for our band. And so Susana and I got together and we said, okay, what's a good name? And the one thing that I had very clear is I wanted to be crossover. I didn't want to be labeled just Latino, and I didn't want to be labeled just American. I wanted to appeal to both. So we said, let's look for 2 words, one in Spanish, one in English, that all cultures would understand and that it would help us to bridge, cultural differences. And sure enough, was it you that said mango and I said punch? Or okay, she said mango, I said punch. And there it is, mango punch. We thought it had the connotation of a tropical drink, and it made us feel good. So that was our first gig, and I don't think I have audio, but which actually might be a good thing that I don't have audio. I'm not too proud of this, but it was fun. Our very first gig, and of course, people had to carry like the big camera around, right? We didn't have the cell phones. We didn't have any of that. So that was definitely fun. Our first gig, and by the way, I have to confess that this is not our actual anniversary because COVID did steal a couple of years from our life. It stopped our world completely for 2 years almost. And so, our anniversary kind of fell at COVID time, and we decided it's not going to steal our anniversary. We're just going to delay it a little bit. And so, thank you. So here we are, and you are all with me, and it feels so good. So let's see. So that was the first Mango Punch. Among the many mistakes that I've made in my career with my wardrobe is my mullet. So yes, I've made a lot of wrong choices in my life, in my wardrobe. But anyway, so let me play you a little bit more music because, and by the way, I know there's going to be a lot in Spanish, and I know we have many friends that may not speak Spanish. We're going to try to tell you a little bit about the songs themselves, and hopefully the videos and everything will make it more enjoyable. So anyway, we're going to move on, and we're going to play you a song called Tú Eres Tú, which I wrote with Susana, by the way. Qué bien nos la llevamos en el amor. Tú eres tú, yo soy yo. Y estando juntos lo pasamos de lo mejor. Si a ti te gusta la playa, yo voy contigo al mar. Si a mí me gusta ir a las montañas, sé que me vas a acompañar. Y no importa si tú decidiste o si es algo que quise hacer yo. Lo que importa es lo que nos gozamos cada vez que estamos juntos tú y yo. Tú eres tú, yo soy yo. Juntos lo pasamos de lo mejor. Tú me acompañas al cine a ver películas de acción. Yo me he sentado a tu lado a ver una novela de amor. Y no importa si tú decidiste o si es algo que quise hacer yo. Lo que importa es lo que nos gozamos cada vez que estamos juntos tú y yo. Tú eres tú, yo soy yo, pero qué bien nos la llevamos en el amor. Tú eres tú, yo soy yo, y estando juntos lo pasamos de lo mejor. Wow. La 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 la. Thank you so very much. For this next song, I would like to welcome on stage Mr. Bebo Hinojosa, who is a good friend of mine, and he is one of the wonderful things that proves that Houston, you know, we are in the same profession, and yet Houston is such a big city that we are just blessed to be able to play music together and be collaborative and have a good time with that. So this next song is something called Dari Dar. And by the way, people sometimes ask me if all songs come from personal experience, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's about things that I see, and this is one of them. The song, Dari Dar. Es de una sola vía, doy mi vida y mi energía, no la sabes apreciar. Este amor no está balanceado, solo fluye hacia tu lado y tú te dejas adorar. Este amor aquí se termina, mando al diablo esta rutina que no va a ningún lugar. Dari, 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 dar, y no recibir nada a cambio hace que el amor se vaya acabando y no vuelva más. Dari, 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 dar, poco a poco va cansando. Si no recibes un poquito ni de vez en cuando, la fuente se va a secar. Oh, la fuente se va a secar. Oh. Este amor que fue tan abundante, hoy ya no es nada importante, no lo siento como ayer. Este amor no fue alimentado, solo fue decepcionado, no supiste responder. Este amor aquí se termina, mando al diablo esta rutina que no me deja crecer. Dari, 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 dar, y no recibir nada a cambio hace que el amor se vaya acabando y no vuelva más. Dari, 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 dar, poco a poco va cansando. Si no recibes un poquito ni de vez en cuando, la fuente se va. Ya no voy a seguir a tu lado, este amor se termina agotado. Tanto he dado que nada ha quedado, sigo, sigo, sigo y no vuelvo. Ya no voy a seguir a tu lado, este amor se termina agotado. Tanto he dado que nada ha quedado, sigo, sigo, sigo y no vuelvo a dar y dar. No hay un poco de llovizna ni de vez en cuando, la fuente se va a secar. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bebo Hinojosa, quite a pleasure to have you. By the way, that song, Dari Dar, Dar is to give, and so it's about, you know, being kind of stuck in a relationship where only one person gives. You may know a couple like that. And anyway, so let me continue with my PowerPoint presentation. Hopefully it won't fail. Let's see where we were. Also, we were there with my mullet. So we're now Mango Punch. But like I was telling you, one of the great things that I did learn about the Saltwater Cats was the fact that they could keep a mailing list, they would keep their fans engaged. And back then, when there was no social media, all we had was these postcards. So we had to go print the postcards 15 days in advance, go mail them, but it was the beginning of a wonderful relationship with a lot of you that we have stayed together for 30 years. And so, once we started doing that, then that was our calendar. It was half dot matrix computer. Does anybody remember dot matrix printers? Yes? Okay. And we started playing at Cyclone Ananias by a show of hands. Yeah, all right. Okay, LBS. All right. Senor Frogs. Some of you stopped partying right at the Senor Frogs there. We played at Cody's. We played all over the place. So we started growing, and we started, getting, the bigger shows, and we had to, keep growing. We played the world's largest margarita festival. We were on the Guinness Book of World Records, and you guys were there, Maria and Tom. I remember. There's the picture to prove it. So anyway, so it's been just a lot of fun, the whole ride. We thank you for sharing it, those of you who have been with us that long. All right, this next song is called Piensa. Piensa means to think. And this is just the one song that I wrote because I think environmental consciousness is very important, and I think we're all aware of that. And I put a good beat to it, so maybe people would be on the dance floor and maybe the message would sink in a little bit better. But anyway, here's the song, Piensa. Nuestro planeta está enfermando y tú lo ves y no estás ayudando. Con cada botella al olvido que le tiras, le añades una púa a su corona de espinas. Está haciendo corto el invierno, no vuelvas nuestro paraíso un infierno. Si eres indiferente, te añades a esa gente que está matando al que nos da vida. Ay, piensa en las consecuencias, piensa en la diferencia que podrías hacer. Ya no hay tiempo para perder y piensa, no todo es conveniencia. Piensa, hay que tener conciencia de lo que va a pasar. Ya no hay tiempo para esperar, no. Nuestro planeta está enfermando y tú lo ves y no estás ayudando. Si no están haciendo nada tus hermanos, no seas tú el Pilatos que se lava las manos. No ves que se está haciendo corto el invierno. No vuelvas nuestro paraíso un infierno. Si eres indiferente, te añades a esa gente que está matando al que nos da vida. Ay, piensa en las consecuencias, piensa en la diferencia que podrías hacer. Ya no hay tiempo para perder y piensa, no hay todo es conveniencia. Piensa, hay que tener conciencia de lo que va a pasar. Ya no hay tiempo para esperar, no. Piensa, 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 hay que tener conciencia. Piensa, 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 hay que tener conciencia. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Richard Prieto. Hay que tener conciencia. Piensa en tus hijos, piensa en tus nietos, piensa en lo que le dejas a ellos. Las cosas no van a mejorar jamás y todo lo que esperan es que empiecen los demás. Oh yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. One thing, oh, thank you, Carlitos. Thank you. I'm getting over like some kind of rough cough season. So, but I'm giving it my best. So, this next song is called Talent. And it refers to a talent that I think I'm going to share with many of you. Some of the talents we are not really very proud to confess, and but we have them. And so we'll see if a few of you relate to this talent that I have. Tengo un talento muy grande que siempre utilizo en la cama, y solo porque soy discreto y también modesto es que no tengo fama. Practico todos los días y para poder lograrlo no necesito pastillas, ni verdes ni amarillas, ni color morado. Porque lo que tengo bien desarrollado es mi talento para dormir. Duermo como oso, tengo el sueño bien pesado. Tengo talento para dormir. Es un regalito que la vida me ha entregado. Tengo talento para dormir. Ha caído truenos y no me han despertado. Es mi talento para dormir. ¡Ja! Puedo dormirme sentado viendo la televisión. Puedo quedarme dormido con el suelo torcido en el asiento de un avión. Duermo lo recomendado y si puedo tomo siesta. No tengo que contar ovejas, yo no tengo quejas, dormir no me cuesta. Porque lo que tengo bien desarrollado es mi talento para dormir. Duermo como oso, tengo el sueño bien pesado. Tengo talento para dormir. Han caído truenos y no me han despertado. Tengo talento para dormir. Es un regalito que la vida me ha entregado. Talento para dormir. Yo no tengo pesadillas, duermo a las mil maravillas cuando te sueño a ti. Te sueño por aquí, te sueño por aquí y allá. Te sueño en el más allá. Mi nena linda, te puedo amar, te puedo besar, te puedo hasta desnudar en mis sueños. Por eso estoy tan lento y me siento contento, mirarme. Una cosa es ser dormilón y otra cosa es ser perezoso de profesión. Yo solo soy dormilón. Una cosa es ser dormilón y otra cosa es ser perezoso de profesión. Yo solo soy dormilón. We were supposed to have a video with that, and then you would have guessed more easily that it was about talent for sleeping, which I do have. Yes, I'm talented with that. All right, so back to the story. Then we get to the studio to record our first CD, 1994. And if we could have this. There it is. Yeah, so that's 1994. We record our first CD. And then the Houston press started really recognizing our efforts. And we won 6 total Houston Press Music Awards. And we were very proud of that. Thank you. And then we recorded our second CD, and we had a slew of great musicians also in Houston. You may recognize a few of them, like Keith Vivens, Kelly Dean, the Candianis. They recorded, and I won my first songwriting award. I won first place in the Billboard Songwriting Contest in the Latin category, which was quite a thrill. And they gave me this guitar, which later was stolen at Miller Outdoor Theater. So if any of you know where my guitar is, that's what it looks like. No names taken. You can just make anonymous. But fortunately, you know, things are growing, and then we get invited to play and open for Elvis Crespo at Southern Star Amphitheater. This is the first time we played for 15,000 people. And boy, it was the thrill of a lifetime. It was so much fun. And Gilbert, you were there. You were there that day. And then shortly after that, we actually signed up with Gilbert, Hacienda Records. Many of you know, or maybe you don't, but he is going to be running for mayor for the next time. So we certainly want to support you, Gilbert, on that. But he was a record executive himself. And there's Susana and me signing our record with Hacienda. And it was a very exciting time because this is a very dynamic man. And he was able to get us this, which was, this is our third CD, Mango Punch, Que Me Pongo. And here is something very cool. There was at the time, other than MTV, there was a channel called HTV, and they were playing nothing but music videos themselves, and they put us on their highest rotation, and I think Gilbert had a lot to do with that. And there's Mango Punch on the second highest rotation, and above that, below that, is Ricky Martin. Gloria Estefan is below us. Hey, so, you know, on my tombstone, you can say that Mango Punch was more popular than Gloria Estefan for 1 week. And that's what I wanted to read like. But anyway, but I really do want to thank this wonderful group of musicians right here with us. On bass guitar, this is Mr. Richard Solis. And boy, just as he musically is the foundation of this band, he is our rock. He holds us together along with Peachy. He is a very solid individual, solid dad, solid husband, solid human being, and we are very proud to have him in the band. If he quits the band, I quit the band. So that's how serious this is. Then there's Peachy from Venezuela. Very few people are as mature as this gentleman is at his age. Very responsible, solid, and we are so happy to have you in this band. If you can count on him very much. Then there's Rosarito. This is our Wonder Woman right here. She has 2 kids. Their ages 11, 9, 10, and 12. So that's a full-time job, right? 10 and 12. She actually is taking a PhD in literature, and they make her read like 50 books a semester or something like that. But that's not enough. She teaches at TSU theater, and she's full-time Mango Punch. So if she ever teaches a course in time management, you should take it because she's that good. Richard Prieto from Venezuela as well, because he works very, very hard selling cars, Toyota cars in Katy, and you should buy one from him. He doesn't have as much time to be with us as we would like, but we are thankful for that. So anyway, this is one of our newest band members right here, Arnold Palacios, a very solid player and very solid human being as well. And Luis Chacon on guitar, who we believe, even though we have started playing, we're going to play together for a long time. And I want 3 guys to come over here because we need this big stage to celebrate you guys because we are nothing without our road crew. And I mean, they work really hard. Vengan, por favor. These guys, when we take all the applause, we take all the hugs, we take all the glory, but these guys, they stay, when we leave at 2 in the morning, they stay till 4 in the morning, tearing things down. And so they are as big a part of our family, and let's give them a one round of applause, please. Carlos Trujillo, Eduardo Fiallo, y Luis Enrique Álvarez. And then over there in our sound, if you have seen Mango Punch in the last 5 or 6 years, and you went and said, wow, that sounded pretty good, that is that guy's responsibility. We are thankful for him as well. So, anyway, so my slides got out of order. So let's play some more music. All right, we're gonna play the song that made me more popular than Gloria Estefan. How about that? And it's one that you all know. You can clap your hands. Tan solo 14 años tiene esta joven al iniciarse en el eterno dilema que experimenta tanta mujer. Si falta cada mañana poquito antes de maquillarse, iba a buscar a su mami para pedirle que le aconseje. ¿Qué me pongo, mami? ¿Qué me pongo? No sé si me va a ponerme la luz azul y el moño rosado. ¿Qué me pongo, mami? ¿Qué me pongo? Y este corte de vestido pasó de moda el año pasado. ¿Qué me pongo, mami? ¿Qué me pongo? Con este pantalón negro yo creo que ya parezco retrato. ¿Qué me pongo, mami? ¿Qué me pongo? No quiero que mis amigas me hagan pasar tremendo mal rato. Patricia remembers that song. She was on our first ¿Qué me pongo? Video. Ahora ella está casada, tiene 2 hijos, un picón, que tiene varias secciones que van de acuerdo a las estaciones. Los trajes de su marido están relegados en el esquina, y al pobre todos los días le toca huir de la tonal. ¿Qué me pongo, mami? ¿Qué me pongo? No sé si me va a ponerme la blusa azul y el moño rosado. ¿Qué me pongo, mami? ¿Qué me pongo? Y este corte de vestido pasó de moda el año pasado. ¿Qué me pongo, mami? ¿Qué me pongo? Con este pantalón negro yo creo que ya parezco retrato. ¿Qué me pongo, mami? ¿Qué me pongo? No quiero que mis amigas me hagan pasar tremendo mal rato. ¡Ja! Oye, oye. Está casada, tiene 2 hijos y un walking closet, que tiene varias secciones que van de acuerdo a las estaciones. Los trajes de su marido están relegados a la esquinita, y al pobre todos los días le toca huir esta torta. Y mira, sí, ¿qué me pongo, papi? ¿Qué me pongo? Tell me with the... ¿Qué me pongo, papi? ¿Qué me pongo? Pero mira, la cena hoy en la noche, no mañana me voy. ¿Qué me pongo, papi? ¿Qué me pongo? Mira, si tú no estás lista en 5 minutos, que no te quepa la menor duda. ¿Qué me pongo, papi? ¿Qué me pongo? Que te voy a sacar de esta casa aunque sea desnuda. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. Man, this is a very special night for us, and we are so thankful that you all decided to join us. There's some people who flew in from Guatemala. Mis primas, gracias por estar aquí. I had been wanting them to hear the music, and they have. Okay, so then the gigs actually start getting bigger, and we got invited by the Houston Texans to write the Hispanic theme song for the Texans. And they actually asked us to perform it at halftime. So at that point, it's like, pinch me, because I'm dreaming. It was so great. And actually, they asked me to sing the national anthem. Now, that's nerve-wracking, okay? I mean, we've played the Super Bowl, but singing the national anthem a cappella, oh boy. leave that to Beyonce. Because not for me. It was a thrill, but I'm not doing that again. And then we get called for Super Bowl 38 because we had done such a great job for the Texans, and they were looking for a Latin band. Thank you. They were looking for a Latin band, and they said, okay, we have a good recommendation for you. And they recommended us, and we couldn't believe it that we got to actually, and that little blue drum set right there has been at the Super Bowl stage. So we're going to sell it on eBay one day. We got to see Tom Brady. Everything about the Super Bowl was surreal. And they won, of course. We got to meet Willie Nelson at the press conference. Well, this, I guess, is a video of the Super Bowl, but we're going to skip through that. But not everything has been fun and games. We actually played at the Save a lot as well, so not everything is as glamorous as it looks. Can you see? We are in front of the cash registers. There was nobody there. It was the inaugural, so not everything is like, oh my goodness, yeah, such glorious. No. We have paid our dues for sure. Our drummer was behind the cash register. So it was like, man, can they put us together or something? It was painful. And then there's the time that our truck broke down when we were on our way to Laredo. And so that's no fun either. So lots of that kind of stories. But the Houston Press Awards really do help to make it all sweeter. Anyway, so we're going to play you some more music. Oh, actually, no. I forgot where I was in my thing. We did record our 4th CD of original music, and this one is called Desayuno de Amor. And it has this song called Agradecido. And tonight, as much as it is about, telling you a little bit about Mango Punch that you may not have known, is more than anything a night of thanks. Thanks to these guys, and thanks to so many musicians that have actually helped me to build this through 30 years. People have come and gone, but there is a reason that we are thankful to them. And so we're going to play this song called Agradecido, which means thankful, and show you a few photos of, people you may remember along the way. If you were with us along the way, you may remember a few of these people, and we are thankful to them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Estoy enamorado de la vida, aprecio el hecho de tener salud. Si Dios me hizo el milagro de entregarme un nuevo día, se lo voy a agradecer con mi actitud. Y voy a estar agradecido, 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 agradecido. Estoy feliz de tener tu cariño, aprecio tu lealtad y tu compañía. Tu sentido del humor deja que juegue como un niño, y tu pasión satisface mi hombría. Y escojo estar agradecido por amar, por respirar, por respirar, por un nuevo día, por una mujer, porque puedo ver, por un atardecer, y porque tú eres mía. La vida nadie la tiene comprada, y yo antes siempre la daba por hecho. Pero escogí que el tiempo es una cosa tan preciada que ahora le estoy sacando más provecho. Y escojo estar agradecido por vivir, por existir, porque puedo ir a donde quiera. Felicidad por una amistad, por la felicidad que siempre me rodea. Agradecido, 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 agradecido. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But really, the person I do want to thank the most tonight is Susana. She has been there from the very, very beginning. She was there when we recorded our first CD. She was there when, may I say this, Miss Hidalgo, we played the Republican convention in 1992. But that's when it was okay to walk across the aisle. So anyway, this is when we recorded our first CD, and that's when it first came to our home, our first CD. That was a moment of great pride. And she was there when we met Beyonce. We have actually had matching license plates for the longest time with Susana. Hers was Mango P, and mine was M Punch. And then we continued the tradition, and now we are just Mango and Punch. But anyway, Susanita, thank you for all the support. She really, really, really did believe in me before I believed in myself. When I still thought, okay, there's no way, that you can make a living at music. She said, I'm going to be your manager, and I'm going to make you some money. And she kind of delivered. So anyway, here's a song I want to sing for her. This is a song I wrote, and the first time I wrote it, and it's a very heartfelt song. We both cried, and the song is just as true today as when I wrote it. And this is Mr. Luis Chacon on guitar. Soy libre, pero me encanta que me atrapes con tus besos. Me une a ti como me aceptas con defectos y la pasión con la que entregas el amor. Soy libre, pero me gusta ir por la vida acompañado. Será más dulce hacerme viejo aquí a tu lado, y hasta los triunfos junto a ti saben mejor. No tengo miedo a estar solo, bien me las puedo valer, pero tanto te valoro que a la hora de escoger me quedo contigo para que juntos veamos la luna, porque tu amor mejoró mi fortuna, porque tú siempre has tenido fe en mí. Me quedo contigo porque son muchos los buenos recuerdos. Nos respetamos cuando hay desacuerdos, porque mi vida es mejor junto a ti. Soy libre. El que dirán no me preocupa demasiado. Si estoy contigo es porque sigo enamorado y no porque un papel me dio una obligación. No tengo miedo a estar solo, bien me las puedo valer, pero tanto te valoro que a la hora de escoger me quedo contigo para que juntos veamos la luna, porque tu amor mejoró y fortuna, porque tú siempre has tenido fe en mí. Me quedo contigo porque son muchos los buenos recuerdos. Nos respetamos cuando hay desacuerdos, porque mi vida es mejor junto a ti. Thank you so much. And thank you, Susana. All right, so after we played the Republican convention, we're back in safe territory. I actually got asked to write the theme song for Hillary Clinton. And I don't think our video has music, but we got to meet Bill Clinton. We got invited to one of those dinners that is $10,000 a plate that I could never afford, but we got invited, and we ate really well. So happy about that. But anyway, so where shall we go from here? We have one more CD. This one is called Una Casita Blanca. And Una Casita Blanca, to me, you know, we have played many weddings in our life, you know, in our musical life. And let me tell you, there are very few things as enjoyable as playing a wedding. They may have had a bad rap, like with the Wedding Singer movie or something, but I love playing weddings. And through these many years, we've actually played, well, this was my very first wedding that I played. Look at my fashion statement. I have tennis shoes. Who would have said I was 30 years ahead of my time? Now it's okay to wear tennis shoes with a suit. So that was not such a bad fashion statement. But we've actually played Chinese weddings. We've played Russian weddings. We've played Filipino weddings. We have played Romanian weddings. And we have played this wedding where all the guys drop their pants for the bride. Have you ever seen that? Has anybody ever seen that? See, we're kind of unique because I don't know what they did. They put the bride in the middle and it's like, okay, maybe this is what you missed or something. I don't know, but I don't think she missed much just looking at that picture. So anyway, but one of the amazing things about being in business this long is actually we got to play for the mother's wedding, and then 30 years later, we get to play for the daughter's wedding. So Diane, where are you, Diane? Somewhere in here? Are you? Oh, she was not able to come. Anyway, but we're really proud of that, you know, that we stay in business for that long and that we get chosen again 30 years later. So quite a nice feeling. And this is just to thank all of you, Daniela, all of you people that have chosen us for your wedding. We are so thankful for that, and we really have enjoyed the ride. En una casita blanca, the title of this song is about that thrill of when you're starting out and you want to buy your first home. Empieza nuestro camino, nos falta mucho, lo sé. Vamos cortos de monedas, pero empapados de fe. Iremos haciendo el nido, una ramita a la vez. Mientras menos lo pensemos, tendremos bajo los pies una casita blanca con flores en las ventanas para amanecer contigo todas las mañanas. Una casita blanca, un lugarcito seguro, un techo rojo de teja donde cuidarte, amor, el futuro. Comienza nuestra aventura, aquí a tu lado estaré. Decidiste estar conmigo, no te defraudaré. Lo que era mío ahora es nuestro, empezando por los sueños. Y ahora te hago esta promesa de que dando pasos pequeños, tú y yo vamos a ser los dueños de una casita blanca con flores en las ventanas para amanecer contigo todas las mañanas. Una casita blanca, un lugarcito seguro, con techo rojo de teja donde cuidarte, amor, el futuro. La familia y los amigos siempre serán bienvenidos. Será un lugar de reunión donde se alegra el corazón. Aquí la paz va a gobernar, se va a sentir calor de hogar, porque el invitado de honor en nuestra casa es el amor. La familia y los amigos siempre serán bienvenidos. Será un lugar de reunión donde se alegra el corazón. Aquí la paz va a gobernar, se va a sentir calor de hogar, porque el invitado de honor en nuestra casa es el amor. La familia y los amigos siempre serán bienvenidos. Será un lugar de reunión donde se alegra el corazón. Aquí la paz va a gobernar, se va a sentir calor de hogar, porque el invitado de honor en nuestra casa es el amor. Mr. Richard Prieto on accordion. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. The next song is actually the title song for our next CD called Mi Sombrero y Yo. Mi sombrero meaning my hat. And many people ask me, you know, if this is the same hat I've had for 30 years. No, no way. But I've had about 4 major hats, and I retired them, and I also plan to sell them on eBay. No, nobody would like. They're all torn and tattered and nasty. So no, but the thing is, mi sombrero y yo, my hat. What my hat has come to symbolize for me is music, because I always wear my hat when I play music, and because of music, I have been able to meet all of you. If you are here, you are my friend. Everybody here that signed up to come to our anniversary is our friend, and we are thankful to have your friendship. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you. The last few lines on the song say, look at how many friends we have made, my hat and I. Look at how much love we have received, my hat and I. and we certainly have. You know, this has been a blessed profession, and I have received so much love from all of you. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. This next video means to celebrate you. It's impossible to have everybody on the video, but we tried to include as many of you as we could because we are thankful, and we hope you'll enjoy the song because it's for you. It's not about me. It's not an ego trip, my hat and I, me, myself. No, it's about you. Anyway, here's the song. Cuando lo compré, yo jamás imaginé cuántas veces me lo iba a poner. Poco a poco fue que con él me encariñé y ya no me pude desprender. Y en cada fiesta, en cada gala, cada concierto y festival, mi sombrerito de Guatemala, en la buena y en la mala, conmigo salió a tocar. Y mi orgullo compartió en tratar de honrar aquella tierra donde nacimos los dos, mi sombrero y yo, mi sombrero y yo. Gloria me lo pintó, dos manguitos le dibujó y así se volvió un original. Cuando se rompió, Susana me lo arregló y voy a conservarlo hasta el final. Y en cada fiesta, en cada gala, cada concierto y festival, mi sombrerito de Guatemala, en la buena y en la mala, conmigo salió a tocar. Y tanto ya vio en un escenario en esa tierra donde nacimos los dos, mi sombrero y yo, mi sombrero. You can clap your hands if you wish. Cuánta gente hemos conocido, mi sombrero y yo. Cuántos amigos hemos querido, mi sombrero y yo. Cuántos años hemos tenido juntos, mi sombrero y yo. Cuántos amigos hemos querido, mi sombrero y yo. Oh yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you to each and every one of you. If I had my hat and you were there. All right. Now, the next thing, I want to take a selfie with you guys, and I want to invite our choir. We're going to sing the last 3 songs of the evening with our choir. So if you guys kind of start coming down, and I'm going to go downstairs so I can take a selfie with all of you. So look your... Carlitos, would you take a picture of me? Can everybody stand up so we can take a selfie and do the millennial thing? All right. Selfie time. A la 1, a las 2 y a las 3. Everybody raise your hands. All right. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right. ¿Ya viene el coro? Ok, Susanita. All right. While the choir gets ready, I want to tell you a little something. this next song, is called "Because of the Storm," and I will tell you the story about it. This was not planned. Everything else was planned. My PowerPoint presentation was planned, but I don't have no idea what's happening now. But do you want my microphone?
Hello, Mr. Sur. My name is Edward Rios. I'm here from the office of Commissioner Adrian Garcia. And we wanted to recognize y'all for your wonderful work. He went as far as saying, they're my favorite group. And now I see why. I see why. Most of what I was going to say has been said by Gilbert, and especially by you. But I'll let you know, and you said something, and he said something in the beginning. And I've been around musicians a long time in my life. I know a lot of musicians. And one thing I've learned that, and I believe all of y'all will agree with me, a bass player is a bass player, a guitar player is a guitar player, a drum player is a drum player. But without a tremendous leader, that's all they are. With you in front, you are Mango Punch. So I'm going to give you this proclamation from your friend, Adrian Garcia, our commissioner. And like I said, everything has been said. We know you're a multi-award-winning songwriter, a group. And guys, y'all are tremendous. I really applaud you. I believe everybody should applaud them, the wonderful work they've done, and the wonderful work you've done here in the Houston area, and we're proud to have you. So instead of reading everything that has already been said, I'm going to go to the very bottom, and we're going to give you something that is straight from the commissioner's heart. Now, therefore, I call on all residents of Precinct 2 to join me in celebrating March 30th, 2023 as Mango Punch Day. By the power vested in me by Harris County and the state of Texas, I hereby affix my signature this 30th day of March 2023, signed, Adrian Garcia.
Thank you so much.
I'm taking a picture with my wife.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. Oh my God. Mas? It's not my birthday, but it feels like it though.
Mr. Sur, it is with great pleasure that I present to you on behalf of State Senator Carol Alvarado and the state of Texas a resolution congratulating you, Walter Sur, on the 30th anniversary as founder and musical director of the great Mango Punch, and that he be extended sincere best wishes for the future. To you, Mr. Walter Sur. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Well, there's only one thing I disagree, that I really am no one without these guys. Let's give them another round of applause, would you please?
Oh, good evening. My name is Irma Diaz Gonzalez, and I have the pleasure of knowing Walter, Susana, and the group for many, many years. And our company has engaged them for different events, and personally, we have also engaged them at different times, and we are very proud to call them friends. And today, I have the honor of presenting you with yet another proclamation from our mayor, Sylvester Turner, congratulating you and Mango Punch on your 30th anniversary. We are so proud of you, so proud of you and your band. Congratulations. Felicidades. And I think this is it.
Thank you so much. My house is small. I don't have enough walls for all of this. I'm going to have to put a few of these on Susana's house. Thank you all very much. And let me tell you a quick anecdote because Irma was saying that we are friends. This is the kind of friend Irma has been to us. When COVID happened, this was our whole source of income. And all of a sudden, our income dropped to zero for a year and a half. And all of a sudden, I get a call from Irma, and she says, we know you're struggling. How can we help? My daughter say, we're going to put a GoFundMe for you, and I did not feel comfortable with this. But that was the spirit that they showed, that they knew that we were in trouble. And they actually said, okay, so if we can't do a GoFundMe, we're going to pay you in advance for a gig that hasn't happened. My daughters are not engaged yet. We don't have any parties planned, but we're paying you the whole amount so that we can help you at this moment. So Irma, that meant everything to us. So COVID was very hard, but that's another thing that makes me very thankful for my musicians because they all stuck it out with me. They waited. They could have gone on to other things, but no, they stuck around. So thank you guys, Richard, Peachy, and everybody. All right, one of the songs. So let's hear it for our choir. Look at them. They look so handsome. Okay, so I wrote this one song that is called Because of the Storm. And many of you will remember that we had Harvey, and it was one of the greatest devastations we've had in Houston. But one of the things that was unique about Harvey is politically, we were already divided. But I kept seeing on TV that there were, like, for example, one distinct thing that I saw was one of those big, huge airboats. And this gentleman had a big Confederate flag on his boat. But the thing is, he was helping out people. So it didn't matter what his political convictions may have been, or they were different from mine. All of a sudden, I felt, we're all in this together. And I wrote this song from a very heartfelt place, and it's called Because of the Storm. And it's about celebrating the Houston spirit. And it's a song that is one of my personal favorites. It goes like this. Because of the storm, we've seen great devastation. Because of the storm, we've seen lives torn apart. People are facing a tough situation. We have seen broken hearts, but because of the storm, we've seen rivers of kindness. Help is flowing our way. Because of the storm, our humanity binds us. The walls that divide us are being swept away. Because of the storm, we've seen rivers of kindness. It's been pouring down love. Because of the storm, the floodgates of giving are bursting wide open. Because of the storm. Because of the storm. A lady in a wheelchair is rescued by boat from her home. She's taken to a shelter where she waits all alone. But because of the storm, it's been raining compassion. Help is flowing our way. Our humanity binds us. The walls that divide us are being swept away. We've seen rivers of kindness. It's been pouring down love. Houston is stronger. Texas is kinder. The whole world is sending their love. Because of the storm. Houston is strong. Houston is strong. We've seen neighbors helping neighbors. We've seen strangers risk their lives. We've seen skins of different colors. We've seen volunteers who care. We've seen helpless dedication, acts of kindness everywhere because of the storm. And Councilman Gallegos was definitely one of the people that we saw out there, probably getting no sleep and just helping people out all the time. All right, so one last big thank you that I have, as I was telling you earlier, I am really thankful to University of St. Thomas. And we have Ramon Fernandez over here, who was a teacher already at the time that I was at St. Thomas, but he was also my racquetball partner. And yes, and he would beat me, that's for sure. So anyway, but if we could have the screen, I was always so thankful because, like I say, you know, even though I was a foreign student, they gave me a full tuition scholarship when full tuition scholarships were only awarded to either residents or citizens. So they made a big exception for me, and I think Lovie Smith had something to do with that, and definitely Tom Borling. And so when Ken De Dominicus, Vice President of Institutional Advancement, came to me to ask me to write the theme song for University of St. Thomas, I was more than thrilled because, you know, my career would not have been even possible if it had not been for the help that I received from UST. And this is another song that I'm very proud of. I don't know if they play it at UST, but I play it because it's my song. And I have you here as my captive audience. I hope you'll enjoy it. It's called UST. In the heart of Houston, Texas, you will find a place that nurtures both the spirit and the mind. University of St. Thomas is its name, and it welcomes everybody just the same. Hey, UST is what we call our shining star. For its teachings people come from near or far. It shows the path to knowledge with its light. It gives the minds the tools to choose what's right. UST, shining star, UST. St. Thomas is my university. UST, shining star, UST. It's the only university for me. En el corazón de Houston hallarás una universidad distinta a las demás, donde junto al alimento intelectual se estimula el crecimiento espiritual. UST, shining star, UST. St. Thomas is my university. UST, shining star, UST. It's the only university for me. You won't graduate with just a profession. You will have a deep, well-rounded, rich education. Shining star, UST. St. Thomas is my university. UST, shining star, UST. It's the only university for me. UST, shining star, UST. Thomas is my university. It's the only university, the only university, the only university for me. Let's hear it for our choir. Thank you, Lovey. I bought a paver in front of the chapel of St. Thomas, and in the paver put, with deep gratitude to my family and to the great teachers of University of St. Thomas. And of course, I have my mom to thank, because she, if it hadn't been for the education she provided for me, I would have never been able to make it into UST. And my dad actually also helped me out a lot when I was here. So anyway, I am more than thankful to each and every one of you for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have no idea, you know, I cannot read the future. I don't know if there's going to be another anniversary concert. But if for any reason this were to be the last, this is wonderful to share it with all of you. So this is part of our history, and you have been a part of our history by being here tonight. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you all. Rudy, my neighbors, gracias por su apoyo. Linda, thank you all so much. Jairo, muchas gracias. Councilman Lina, I am honored that you chose to join us tonight. Very, very honored. Okay, so we have time for one more. It's a happy one, and you're welcome to clap and dance and everything. And then we're gonna have like a little after party, I guess. So I hope I can have a beer with a few of you, if it's not too late, because it's a weeknight, I know. This song is called Qué bonito se siente. Just a second. Here we go.
Bonito se siente, llegó el amor de repente. Leo, le, le, leo, le, la. Qué bonito se siente, el amor de verdad.
Cuando me hablaste me fascinó tu voz, pero fue al verte bailar que me deslumbraste, con esa sensualidad que me enloqueció. Me cuesta un poco creer lo que estoy sintiendo, pues yo nunca había sentido tanta emoción. Me tienes enamorado, me tienes descontrolado, me tienes apasionado por...
Leo, le, la. Qué bonito se siente, llegó el amor de repente. Leo, le, la. Qué bonito se siente, el amor de verdad.
If you clap your hands, it sounds even better. Cuando me vieron tus ojos me emocionaste, y cuando me hablaste me fascinó tu voz, pero fue al verte bailar que me deslumbraste, con esa sensualidad que me enloqueció. Me cuesta un poco creer lo que estoy sintiendo, pues yo nunca había sentido tanta emoción. Me tienes enamorado, me tienes descontrolado, me tienes apasionado por el amor. Leo, le, la. Qué bonito se siente, llegó el amor de repente. Leo, le, la. Qué bonito se siente, llegó el amor de verdad. De verdad, la, 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 la. No te me vayas a ir, ahora dependo de ti. Tú eres la fuente de mi felicidad. Leo, le, la. Leo, la. Qué bonito se siente, llegó el amor de repente. Leo, la. Qué bonito se siente tener amor de verdad. Leo, Charlie. Muchísimas gracias. We'll see you next time, or if not, we'll see you at the lobby. I want to have a beer with you, please. Just hang around. Muchas gracias a todos por venir. Thank you. Muy amables.